sure that you're very mindful of your own body. I would say the same thing to you guys if you're in my physical classes as well. If anything hurts, take a step back, take a little break. And yeah, and just rejoin us when you feel ready. Take a drink of water, take a child's pose. Make sure that you guys have drinks of water and stuff handy. If you're pregnant, you're very welcome to join the class as well, but just make sure you've got a cushion to pop under your head if we're lying supine, and that you have, if you're past the first trimester, you don't do anything lying on your belly like cobra, and no twists through the waist because it restricts the airflow to the fetus. I think that is everything we're going to do. Just a dynamic flow there. We'll have a little bit of an abs and core focus because that's always a popular one. So just bringing yourself on to your mats. Just move it back a little bit. Okay, so let's start seated. So just give yourself a little wiggle around on the mat, maybe wiggle those shoulders, maybe kind of draw circles with your hips and your belly. You can lift your hips off the ground in this one as well, opening up that chest, just giving yourself a little wiggle, really kind of moving around on the mat. This is more to kind of ground us, to get out any excess bits of energy, static bits of energy that we still have when we come onto the mat. Give yourself a little wriggle through the shoulder. Make sure you've got enough space around you to do the flow, so you're not going to crash into walls or windows. And then let's find our physical space and bring yourself onto the mat. Find your mental space as well. So once you've got out all those little bits of energies, bring yourself into a nice still place. Palms on your knees facing up towards the sky. Drop those shoulders down. Close your eyes. Sit up nice and tall. Plant those sit bones. And let's take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Expand your abdomen, send all of that air down towards the bottom of your lungs. Filling them like a glass all the way to the top. And as you exhale, reverse the breath, navel to spine. And again, inhale. And exhale. Start to tune out your distractions. Tune into your breath. Tuning out wandering thoughts and worries and getting rid of anything that doesn't serve us in this moment. So clearing the mind, maybe take an imaginary broom and start to sweep the mind clear, free of clutter. And as you inhale, lengthen through your spine and dropping the shoulders down, feeling those shoulder blades drawing down towards the earth. Dropping down away from the ears to allow your neck to grow long. Lengthening and lifting, but also keeping ourselves grounded. Check in with those tension points. Dropping the shoulders, softening our jaw, unlocking the back teeth. Drawing the tongue down away from the roof of the mouth. And softening your facial features. Making sure you're not frowning. Remembering that we tend to hold stress in these really subtle ways. So notice the difference in your body, in your mental state, when you just let go of tension in those little places. Feel yourself sit taller. And as you inhale, feel that breath wash through you, cleansing your lungs, cleansing your body. Exhale, reverse, and the navel in towards the spine, allowing all of that air to escape. And tuning into your body, ready for your practice. Start with a very gentle movement. Draw your chin towards your shoulder. It doesn't matter which one. You can keep your eyes closed if you want to. Start to gently roll the chin from shoulder to shoulder. to just wake up the body. And if you want to bring that around into a full neck circle, by all means. But just making sure that it doesn't hurt the back of your neck. Some people don't like doing a full neck circle. If that's the case, just gently rolling from side to side. Bring your head back to center and start with those shoulder rolls up to your ears, down your spine, really loosening up to your ears, down your spine. Really nice. Deep shoulder rolls. Drop those shoulders down. Take your right hand behind you like a secondary spine. Let's start with a little twist. Left hand to the outside of your right knee. Keep those bum cheeks nice and even on the mat. Gaze over that right shoulder and gently push the knee away and twist. Lengthening up. Exhale, push that knee away. Gently back to center. Take your left hand behind you. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, push that knee away. Twist through the spine. Gaze over that left shoulder. Getting as deep into that twist as you can. Keeping that neck long, the shoulders down. Really nice and gently bring yourself back to center. And just take your arms out to the side and then bring them up above the head, interlace the fingers, push the air away, drop the shoulders down, neck long, inhale. As you exhale, start to lean across to the left, stretching the right side of the body. And if you want to, you can take that left hand to your right wrist and gently pull the arm. Feel that right side of your body stretching and lengthening. Keep your bum cheeks glued down onto the mat. Keep that neck long and shoulders down as you reach. Really feel that nice lateral stretch all the way from the right hip to the right fingers. One more breath. And gently back to center, switching hands, right hand to left wrist, and gently pull across to the left, inhale. Shoulders down, exhale. Really nice, keep those bum cheeks flat on the mat, inhale, we lengthen. Really nice, take a nice deep breath. And gently bring yourself back to center, reach your arms behind, interlace the fingers, draw your shoulder blades together like chicken wings, opening up that heart center, take a breath. Well done. And let go. Bring your fingers together at the front. Imagine you're hugging a giant beach ball, pulling those shoulders apart at the back. Curve your spine into a C shape and drop your chin to your chest. Breathe here, inhale. If you've got tight shoulders, this whole little sequence will start to make them feel a little bit more open. And gently letting go. Bring your palms in front. Come into an all fours position. Stack those joints. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And pushing down into your mat, so we're pushing into the outside of our little fingers and our palms. Very slight bend in the elbows and keep that spine nice and straight. So you're pushing your knees, your palms, and your feet into the mat. Feel energy coming out of those points, like you're almost about to take off and lift up into the air. And if you'd like to, you can tuck those toes under and lift the knees about 5 to 10 centimeters off the mat. Keep that spine flat, keep that core engaged. Push back into your heels. Feel that engagement through your core, drawing that navel in and breathe. Keep the shoulders above the wrists. Keep that back flat. Nice straight lines and breathe. Don't forget to breathe. I think in ones where we're engaging our core, people tend to hold their breath. Let yourself breathe into the exercise. Inhale. And exhale. Pushing back into those heels. Inhale. And exhale. Once more. And exhale, drop the knees, untuck the feet. Inhale, drop your navel to the floor, gaze up to the sky, mobilizing our spine with our cat-cow. Exhale, arching, spread the shoulder blades, curl the head towards the floor. And again, inhale. And exhale. Pushing the ground away, arching crown of the head towards the floor. Lovely. And inhale. Really nice. Exhale. So if you like this movement, feel free to stay here. If you want to get a little bit deeper into your body, if you want to get weird, feel free to wiggle here, get into the hips, get into your spine, get into your neck, get into your arms, do whatever feels good for you. Maybe you want to sit back on your feet, bring yourself all the way forward. Do whatever feels good. Give yourself a nice little wiggle and just making sure that you get into all those little nooks and crannies of your body. Maybe you want to turn those wrists around, just give yourself a little wrist stretch. It's a bit of an acquired taste, but it can be quite nice. If you want to get nice and deep into your hips, give yourself a wiggle, a little Beyonce cat. Give yourself 2 more breaths here. And then gently bringing yourself back to center, into your all fours position. Tuck that right toe under and you're going to kick the sky up. Keep the knee bent, the foot flexed. Bringing that leg out behind you. So you can stay here if you want to. If you want to go a little bit further, we're going to take our left hand, so our opposite hand, and trickle it out along the mat. Keep that spine nice and straight. And if you want to come further still, you can bring that left arm out in front. And then if you want to take a deep stretch through your spine and shoulders, feel free to bring that left hand behind, take hold of your right foot, and kick the right foot into your left hand. Really nice. And gaze straight ahead, find a drishti, a place to rest your gaze, and breathe. Well done. Hold here, give me 5, 4, wherever you are, 3, 2, and 1. Let go, but keep that foot up, the foot flexed. Tuck that left toe under, push down through both palms, and lift up into your 3-legged dog. Keep that knee bent. So maybe you're happy here, and maybe you want to open the hip up to the side. Make sure that there's an equal distribution of weight still through the shoulders. You want to lift that right leg up behind you. Keep the knee bent, keep the foot flexed. Gazing underneath your right shoulder. Maybe you're happy here. Maybe you want to walk the whole way over into your wild thing, reaching out behind you. Nice high hips. Lovely. And breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. And wherever you are, whichever version, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wild things back to your 3-legged dog. And from your 3-legged dog, gently draw that knee in towards the chest. Plant the right foot, drop the back knee, runner's lunge. So a really good one if you are running at the moment, which a lot of us are. This is a really, really good one for warming up. Bring those arms up in line with your ears and sink into that front knee. Sink into your hips. So if you're happy here, lovely. If you want to take a little twist, we're going to split our arms. So you're going to send your left arm forward, your right arm back. So we're taking a little twist. And if you want to go deeper still, bring that right hand down onto your left calf. Left arm is going to come up and over. And you're giving yourself a little back bend here as well. Wherever you are, breathing nice and deeply, sinking deeper into those hips. Take one more breath here. Circle the arms back around on either side of that front foot. And if you want to, you can stay here, still sinking that hip open. If you want to take a little twist, we're going to take our left hand now to the outside of the mat. So it's going to come out of the mat. We'll take the mat out of the equation. Your right arm, so your bent knee arm, coming out in front. Right arm's going to come all the way around behind you. And if you want to, you can lift up that left foot. That's completely optional. And sink deeper. Nice little monkey twist here. Well done, really nice. And wherever you are, give me a nice deep breath. Really, really feel those hips opening, feel the stretch through the hamstrings. One more breath. Well done. Gently drop that back knee. Bring both hands on either side of that front foot. Straight the front leg. Flex that right foot. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, folding deep. Well done. Really nice. Really, really nice, everyone. Give me one more breath. You're going to feel that deep stretch through the back of your hamstrings as you sink lower, trying to glue the torso onto the thigh. Walk those hands even further forward. Nice, intense hamstring stretch. And bring that foot back down. Plant your palms. And you're going to tuck that left toe under. Lift the left leg. And bring the right leg all the way back into a plank position. Core engaged. So, making sure your core is nice and tight. Your body's in a nice straight line. So what we want to avoid is sticking our bum up in a kind of random plank downward dog hybrid or dipping our spine in a kind of up dog hybrid. You want to make sure you're nice and engaged, bum tucked in, everything's nice and straight, wrists are under shoulders. And from here, we're going to give ourselves a little push. So we're going to engage the core, rock all the way forward and back, and go for 5. And back, so you're rocking onto the tips of your toes. And back, keep that core engaged, keep the body shape. 3, well done. 2, well done. And 1. Really nice. From here, shift all your weight onto the right hand side and bring yourself into your side plank. If side plank is not in your practice, you can drop the knee into your gate pose. Bringing your hips on top of each other, making sure those arms are aligned. And you have a few options here. In your side plank, if you want to lift that top leg, you can. If you want to try and take hold of your big toe, you can also do that. You can also bring that bottom leg out and take hold of that big toe, if that's in your practice. Whichever version you're in, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back into your plank position. Tuck those toes under, drop your knees down, heels together, knees apart. Sit back in your child's pose and breathe. And just give yourself a little breather. Gaze straight ahead between your hands, draw your chest along the mat and lift those sit bones. Just bring yourself into an extended puppy pose. If you want to get deeper into your shoulders, you can come up on your fingers and just lift them up like little spiders. So your chest is down, sit bones up, feet and knees parallel out behind you. You're going to feel a nice stretch through the chest and abdomen and the shoulders, back to the hamstrings. Give yourself a deep inhale, drop those hands, come up on your forearms into a kind of all fours forearm position. Straightening that right arm out. And you're going to post that left arm underneath and just try and pull the left arm through underneath that right arm. Well done. So the further you try and pull that left arm, gazing down those left fingertips, the deeper you'll roll into your shoulder. So you're really trying to roll onto that left shoulder. One more breath here. And gently bring yourself back to center. Straight that left arm out, take the right arm and post it underneath, gazing underneath your left arm and rolling onto your right shoulder. Roll nice and deep. Well done. Take a deep inhale. Gently bring yourself back to center and push yourself back up into your all fours position. We'll do the other side. Make sure those wrists are stacked under the shoulders. Everything's nice and in line. Back nice and straight. Tuck that left toe under and kick the leg up behind you. So the knee is bent, the left foot is flexed, excuse me. If you want to, you can take your right fingers out in front and start walking them along the mat. And if you want to, you can lift that right arm so it's in line with the left hamstring and the spine. And if you want to reach that right arm back, take hold of your left foot and bring yourself up into a shoulder and spine stretch, then by all means do. Gaze straight ahead, find a drishti, a place to rest your gaze. If you're needle scaling at the moment, then this is a really, really nice one for you. And I mean, you'll probably do it a lot deeper than me. Really nice, everyone. Gazing straight ahead. Give me one more breath here, wherever you are. And gently bring both hands down, but keep that foot out behind you. Knee bent, foot flexed. Tuck that right toe under, pushing down through both palms, and bring yourself up, three-legged dog with a bent knee. So feel free to stay here. You can also start to open that left hip. Keep the foot flexed, the knee bent, gaze underneath that left armpit. Keep the weight evenly distributed between the palms. And if you want to walk the whole way over into your wild thing pose, reaching all the way back with that left arm, coming up on the ball of the left foot. Give yourself a deep breath here, inhale. And exhale. And wherever you are, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently, everyone coming back to your three-legged dog. Take a nice deep breath. Bring that left knee in towards your chest and plant the left foot, drop the right knee down. Low lunge, runner's lunge, getting nice and deep into our hips and hamstrings. Plant that foot so it's underneath the left knee. Take a breath, bring your arms up in line with your ears, dropping those shoulders down. If you want to stay here, lovely. If you want to take your twist, split the arms. Right arm will come forward, left arm will go back. And if you want to go deeper still, left hand back onto your right calf. And reach back with that right hand. Really nice. Sink into that hip opener. Sink into that hamstring stretch. Give yourself one more breath wherever you are. And gently bring both hands down on either side of that front foot. Bend the back knee straight, the right leg flexing that left foot. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, start to fold nice and deep. Peeling yourself forward over that straight leg, getting a nice deep intense stretch through that hamstring. You can start to walk your hands forward with every breath if you want to. Try and keep that spine flat if you can. Inhale, lengthen, gaze straight ahead. Exhale, start to glue yourself down. Always push yourself a little deeper into the stretch on the exhale, because our body gives us a little bit of a deeper push as we exhale. I always think of it as inhale to prepare, exhale to go, like you're going and blowing yourself deeper into the stretch. Take a deep breath, plant that left foot, bring yourself back into your low lunge. And if you're happy here, lovely. If you want to take a little monkey twist, right hand now is going to come to the outside of the mat. Take the mat out of the equation. Left arm comes out in front. Then you're going to circle that left arm all the way back. And if you want, you can lift up that right foot, kick the right foot into the left hand. Sink into that hip. Well done, really nice. And feel those hips melting open. Wherever you are, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that back foot if you've got it. Bring both palms down on either side of that front foot. And step back into your plank position. So remember where we are in plank. Core is engaged. Body in a nice straight line. Making sure that bum's tucked in. We're not in any sort of hybrid down dog, up dog. Everything's nice and engaged. Make sure those wrists are under shoulders. And let's give ourselves a little push. We're going to come up even further onto our toes. Push yourself forward. We're going to go 5. Engage that core and back. Keep the body straight. 4. Really nice. 3. Lovely. 2. Really nice. Last one. And 1. Bring all your weight onto your left side this time, into your side plank. Make sure those shoulders are on top of each other. If you want to drop that bottom knee, by all means, make sure the hips are on top of each other. Really nice. And remembering your options. So if you're in plank, lovely. If you want to lift that top leg, you can. If you feel like you want to take hold of that big toe and straighten out, by all means do that. And if you want to try and take hold of the bottom big toe and straighten that leg out as well, you can try that. Whichever version you're in, keep those hips nice and high and give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back into your plank position. Take an inhale here. You can either push straight up into your downward dog, or you can come with me, take a little vinyasa, tuck those elbows in, come down, push forward, upward facing, tops of the feet on the back, shoulders down, tuck those toes under, downward facing dog. Slightly soften the knees if it's your first down dog of the day. Push into your palms, the outside of the little fingers. Maybe gently soften the elbows outwards so you can rotate the shoulders outwards. Shoulders away from your ears and lengthening through the spine. You want a nice straight line from your tailbone all the way down to your arms. If you want to bend your knees, by all means do. We're trying to draw the heels down into the mat, but if you need bent knees, I fully encourage it. I actually take down dog with bent knees more often than not. Breathing here, we're going to take a nice deep inhale, come up on the balls of our feet, lift the heels, exhale, lower. So you're going to feel a deep stretch down the back of your hamstrings and the calves. Make sure that your head is between your arms, gazing between your legs or at your belly button, lifting and lowering. Really nice, lift and lower and lifting and lower. Really nice, and give me 3. This is really good if you've got tight hamstrings and calves. 2, lower, and 1. Keeping that navel drawn in towards the spine. Take a nice deep breath here. Wave yourself forward into a plank position. Again, drop the knees, but only hover them. Send that bum back towards the heels. Up into your downward dog. Let's do this 3 times. 3, waving forward, plank position. Drop the knees, bum back towards the heels and up. 2, well done, knees, bum, down dog. Last time, plank, knees, bum, down dog. Well done. Walk those feet out. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale the right leg out behind you. 3-legged dog. Send that right knee in towards your chest, planting that right foot, coming up into a high lunge. Making sure the ankle is underneath the knee, the hips are underneath the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, sit into that front knee bend. Turn that left foot out. Bring yourself into your warrior 2. Gazing down those front fingertips. Inhale, start to lean forward, turn the palm upwards, and bring yourself back. Peaceful warrior or reverse warrior. Left arm down the back of the left leg, right arm up. And if you want to take your half bind and bring your left arm all the way around to touch the front thigh, then by all means do. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, start to bring yourself forward. If you've got your bind, just keep that bind. Bring that arm all the way down so it's almost in line with your right ankle, and start to straighten that right leg. If you've got your arms open, then just bring your shoulders on top of each other. If you're in your half bind, start to unravel that bind and bring yourself into your extended triangle. Shoulders in a nice straight line, gaze up at that extended arm. Really nice, lovely. Take a deep breath here. Well done. And start to bring that right hand down, the left hand down on either side of that front foot. And you're going to turn that back foot in and start to step that left foot in slightly. Square both hips to the front, bring yourself into your pyramid pose. Make sure you get a nice equal distribution of weight between the feet. Lift up so you've got a flat back, gaze straight ahead. Make sure those hips aren't open, they're facing straight ahead. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, trying to glue your torso down onto your thigh. Getting nice and deep into that hamstring. Inhale. And exhale, take a deep breath. Place those palms down, slightly bend that front knee and lift up into a standing split. So standing split, what we want to aim for is actually just our hips aligned. So your split might actually just look like this, like an L shape, bringing that leg out behind you, and that's perfectly fine. Take a deep breath, inhale, start to bend the knees, both knees, bend the right and draw the left knee down towards the right ankle. And lift. And let's go 3, and lift, and 2. Well done, and lift, and 1. And lift, and stepping all the way back into your high lunge. Bring those arms up in line with your ears. Open back out into your warrior 2. Take your arms behind you, interlace the fingers, and bring both feet to face the front, both legs straight, and start to hinge forward into a wide leg forward fold, but keeping your fingers interlaced behind your back. This is not in your practice. Feel free to bring your hands onto the mat. Otherwise, trying to bring those arms all the way over the head, behind you, letting gravity pull them down, getting deep into the shoulders. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Let go of the fingers. Bring the hands down to either side of your feet. Sit both feet. Take your fingers around your big toes and start to pull those elbows out to the side in a kind of square shape. Lengthening your spine as you hinge at the hip. Feel that pull on the back of the hamstrings. Wide leg forward folds are really good for lengthening your spine, so they are really good for lower back pain. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, start to walk your hands around to your left foot. Bring both hands on either side of that left foot. Plant the left foot underneath the left knee. And I'm going to make you do everything now on the left-hand side. So if that is a bit of a pain in the bum for you, if your laptop is particularly placed in a certain way and you want to move it/yourself, then please, by all means, feel free. If you feel like you can remember what we just did or follow my instructions without looking, then lovely. Take a nice deep breath. We're going to bring ourselves into our high lunge. Hips squared to the front. Make sure that left knee is underneath the left, is above the left ankle. Hips underneath your shoulders. Sit into that front knee bend. Lovely. So we're doing the whole thing on the left-hand side. Turn that right foot out. Warrior two. Left knee pointing straight ahead. Gaze down those left fingertips. Take a nice deep breath. Make sure those arms are in line with your shoulders. Start to lean forward. Turn that left palm upwards. Send the right hand down the back of the right leg. Reverse warrior on the left-hand side. Left arm comes up and over. If you want to take your half bind, by all means, bring that right arm right around so that it touches your left thigh. Really lovely. Nice deep inhale here. Sit into that front knee bend. And if you want to keep that bind, by all means, otherwise bringing your arms back in line into a warrior two. We're going to start to bring ourselves forward. That left hand is going to come down in line with the left foot. Straighten both legs. If you're binding, opening up that chest, and then bring both arms out nice and straight, extended warrior. To make sure those hips are aligned, remember you can bring that right hand into the small of your back and just shift the hips into alignment. Arms in a nice straight line, shoulders stacked, gaze up at that extended arm, both legs nice and straight. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale, lovely. And exhale, bring both hands down on either side of that front foot. Turn the back foot inwards and maybe step it in a little. You want to make sure those hips are now squared to the front, not opening out to the side. In your pyramid pose, inhale. Straighten the back, gaze straight ahead. Exhale, start to inch yourself forward, drawing that torso onto the thigh. Try and keep a straight spine here. So if it's not in your practice, by all means, bring your hands to your ankles, your calves, or your thighs. And if you want to put blocks underneath your hands, you can do that as well. Inhale, keep both legs nice and straight, but feel an equal distribution of weight. Take a deep breath. Bring both hands on either side of that front foot. Slight bend in the knees. You jump to lift off and bring yourself into your standing split. Left leg is solid, right leg out behind you. Take a deep breath. And we're going to bend both knees. Drop that right knee in towards the left ankle. And straighten. And dropping in. And straighten. Well done. Let's go for 3. And straighten. And 2. And straighten. And 1. Really nice. Bring yourself all the way back, stepping back into that high lunge. Bring the arms in line with the ears, sinking into that front knee bend, hips under shoulders. Breathe, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open those arms out to the side. Turn that right foot out. Warrior two. Lovely. Straight both legs. Turn both feet inwards. Bring those arms behind you. Shoulder stretch, interlacing the fingers behind your back. Start to hinge at the hips. Bringing yourself into that wide leg. Forward fold. Taking the arms above your head. Feeling that pull on your hamstrings. Really nice. Well done. Gorgeous. Really nice, everybody. Feel gravity pulling those arms down over your head. Well done. One more breath here. Let go and bring those palms down onto the mat in front of you and just start to heel toe those feet in slightly. And as you do, drop that bum down onto the mat. We're going to bring ourselves into our yoga squat and malasana and bring your palms together at your heart center. Pushing those knees apart. Well done. And breathe through those hips towards the floor. If you can't get your feet flat, don't worry. Just take a nice deep breath. And just bring your palms in front. We're just going to give ourselves a little yoga squat bounce. So we're going to inhale, straight the legs. Bring yourself into a kind of forward fold. Exhale back into your malasana. You can keep your hands on the mat if you want. And straighten the legs. And back into your squat. Well done. And straight legs. And yoga squat. Well done. And once more, straighten the legs. And yoga squat. Take a nice deep breath. Bring those hands behind you. You're just going to sit down on your bum. Take your feet together like palms. Hands around your toes. Bound angle post Baddha Konasana, because I haven't done it in a while and you should know that it is my favorite. So it's a really nice hip opener. And it's really good because it increases blood flow to our pelvic floor. So it will give you that feeling of being open. Palms around your toes, inhale. And as you exhale, pulling the knees apart from each other, so you're dropping them down on either side of you. Feel those hips opening, keep those bum cheeks nice and grounded on the mat, shoulders down, spine long, inhale. And if you want to add a little forward fold here as well, you can start to pull the feet away from you into a diamond shape. And as you do hinge at the hips, use your elbows to push those knees down and bring yourself all the way forward. Try and keep the spine as flat as you can. Imagine that you're trying to send yourself in the post. So you're trying to make yourself like a little envelope, a little tiny package. Well done. Really nice. And give me one more breath here. Gently walking up into your upright position. And just bring yourself kind of back into as though you're facing forward on your mat rather than sideways. Plant your feet flat. Bring your arms in line with your feet, with your knees, and start to roll all the way back down onto the mat, peeling yourself down, down. And bring those arms down by your side. Feet and knees about hip width apart, parallel. Draw the heels in towards your bum. Spine flat, so your pelvis has a very subtle and gentle tilt. Palms on either side of your hips. Take a nice deep breath here. And as you exhale, start to send those hips up towards the sky into your shoulder bridge. Imagine someone's got a string pulling your hips upwards. And if you want to, you can interlace those fingers underneath your back. And draw your shoulders in together. Make sure the feet and knees don't bow. So you're going to get that nice engagement through the hamstrings and the glutes. Keep those hips nice and high and breathe into them. If you want to practice your pelvic floor engagement, now is a good time. So we're engaging on the exhale. Inhale, release. Exhale. Really nice. So shoulder bridge is also really good for anxiety and insomnia. And good for stress. Probably a good pose for at the moment. Give me one more deep breath here. Bring those arms down on either side. Gently start to roll that spine back down onto the mat. Take those knees in towards you. And gently rock from side to side. Bring the knees into a tabletop position. Drop both knees over to the left and gaze to the right, reaching out that right hand. And twisting. Really nice. Then bring the knees over to the left, over to the right, and gaze to the left. Feel that nice twist through the spine, and remember our twists, they compress the organs so we release toxins. And when we let go of the twist, fresh blood flows through. And bring yourself back to center. Start to straighten out legs and arms. Bring the arms above your head, reaching from one side of the room to the other. Imagine someone's got you by the fingers, someone's got your toes, and they're pulling you and you can't get away. Pour tension into every part of your body. All the things I've been telling you not to do them now. So scrunch those shoulders up. Give yourself a million double chins. Scrunch up those facial features. Tiny beady eyes, tiny nose. Make the ugliest face you've ever made in your life. Imagine you're being pulled. They're trying to add inches onto your body. Fingers and toes. Your body should be shaking from the tension of that stretch. They've got you by the fingernails and the toenails and they're pulling you and it's almost painful to stretch this much. On top of that physical tension, let's pour all our mental tension in as well. Pour in everything that's getting to you at the moment. Just pour it all in. We're going to build it up. Big old tension bomb. Reaching, reaching, reaching. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those arms down by your side, feet falling open, palms facing up to the sky. And take a deep breath in here. And exhale. And now is the time if you need to get a drink of water, some socks, a jumper, a blanket, a cushion. If you want to dim your lights, by all means do. And just bring yourself back into whatever comfortable position you would like. So I fully recommend taking Shavasana lying on your back on your mat, but if you want to take it in another position, knees bent maybe, if you've got a deep bend in the back, maybe you want to do that, then by all means do. And just melt down into your mat. Palms open at your side, feet falling open. Closing your eyes and bringing yourself back to where you were at the beginning of the class. Taking a nice deep inhale through the nose to expand your abdomen and send all of that air down towards the bottom of your lungs. Filling them like a glass all the way to the top. And when you reach the top, exhale, draw the navel in towards the spine. Always teach your lungs to breathe deeper, maybe pausing for a second at the top, teaching your body to use the full capacity of your lungs. And let's start to tune out our distractions, thoughts and worries. Go back to that imaginary broom and start to sweep the mind clear. Checking in with your tension points. Shoulders down and neck long. Jaw soft. Teeth unclenched. Tongue down away from the roof of the mouth. Facial features soft and gentle. And take your attention down towards your feet, feeling them fall open, each toe relaxing one by one. Ankles, calves, knees and thighs, lightweight on your mats, as though someone has taken the batteries out of you. From the base of your spine all the way up to your shoulders, feel your vertebrae trickling down into the mat one by one, as though someone is pressing down the keys on a piano. all the way up to your shoulders. And feeling those shoulders melting down further, melting into the mat like lava. Melting away from your ears, allowing your neck to grow long. Head light, face soft. Arms lightweight at your side and palms open, fingers unraveled. And finally, take your attention to your chest and your abdomen, and that slow and steady rise and fall. Feeling that breath washing through you, guiding you into a deeper sense of calm. Focusing in on that rhythm. Take this moment just for you. Forget everything you did before or need to do after. And just breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And gently start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Draw in awareness back into your body. Hug your knees into your chest and gently start to rock from side to massage your spine on the mat. And bring yourself all the way over onto the right hand side in a fetal position. And gently bring yourself up to seated. Bring your palms onto your knees. You can keep your eyes closed if you want to. Just take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, let out a deep sigh. And again, inhale. And sighing. One more time, you're going to let everything out. Inhale. Draw your palms together at your heart center. And thank you all so much for practicing with me this Monday evening. I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening and a very restful night's sleep. If not for you, do it for me, because I never ever get one. Have a lovely, lovely rest of your day. Stay safe, happy, and healthy. Namaste.